finally get some Warzone information along with Season 1 stuff about Modern Warfare 2, as well as Zombies. I was fortunate enough to get sent over to Sledgehammer Games to play some of the content a little bit early, which we'll have some gameplay next week and talk a little bit more about. I got the gameplay right here. You guys will see it next week. And we'll kind of talk about some of those things. So be on the lookout for those with notifications on if you want to go ahead and kind of find out a little bit more about that early. So Season 1 arrives in Modern Warfare 3. Prepare for all new warfare as Season 1 arrives with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and Call of Duty Warzone. The new season begins more multiplayer maps, new and returning game modes, including Gunfight and Vortex, the next story act in Zombies, the introduction of Urzikstan to Call of Duty Warzone, which we've been playing for a few weeks here in Zombies, if you've been playing Zombies at all, and much more. All new Battle Royale brings 100 tiers of content. Black Cell, obviously, the Battle Pass is a huge thing. If you already have the Vault Edition, you get the first 50 tiers of that in Black Cell. So it's a huge thing there. If you got the base version, and hopefully you have your 1,400 COD points that you got every Battle Pass, and then you just buy the next one for free. You reutilizing those and get another 1,400 and reuse it for the next one. But it is what it is. 5 additional weapons. Also expect a host of new aftermarket parts, including your own flamethrower, which is supposed to be fun, but we didn't get to use that. The heat continues into the holidays themes event throughout the season, ensuring a vast wealth of content for you to drop into. So for multiplayer, you're going to have 4 new maps, and then we get the deploy to the 3 brand new 6v6 maps, and then there's a 2v2 map, which we did play for Gunfight. Welcome back to Gunfight. Go Small Team Tactical, launching with the new training facility map, plus 4 other returning Gunfight arenas. So that'll be cool. If they'll probably choose the ones that were the most popular, and then there'll probably be map voting, so you can kind of choose which map you like. We'll see kind of how that goes. We only played the new one. New game modes, test your luck in all or nothing, wield the one-shot ray gun against enemies in the limited time Vortex arriving in season, and more. Codmas, festive event, and ranked play. The content continues across Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. There's a little extra in there with festive and themed maps and events, as well as a feature pack standalone competitive multiplayer mode. Ranked play returns, and that's supposed to be in season, I believe, and that's what at least it says on there. 4 new maps, 6v6 and 2v2. After the arrival of Carry Forward map, Season 1 expands multiplayer map offering with 3 brand new 6v6 maps and then the 1 arena. So we're going to get Meat. This map, I think, will be popular. I'm not going to give my opinion too much on it. You'll see a little bit more gameplay next week, like I said. But this one is, as you can see on here, a smaller map. So it should be a little more hectic, fast paced. I think based off of this, you can see kind of how tight it is. And it should be great for just leveling, doing challenges, and there'll probably hopefully be a mode. It's meat 24/7 or whatever. It's a meat packing plant. So there that. Greece. This one you can see kind of how the layout is, kind of long. And then there's water, it looks like, on the sides, as you can see there. Look, the maps look good though. And then we got Rio, which this one, it looks like there's a little bit of a mall in the middle, and then you can kind of see the outside, kind of how you can move around. So a couple there, and then just a straightforward, pretty symmetrical gunfight map, which is kind of the way to go. You don't want one side being more powerful than the other. All or Nothing will be there at launch. I'm not really into party game modes, but yeah, first to get the 20 eliminations with throwing knives and no ammo. So there should be a lot of people that enjoy that, but that's generally not for me. More at the mid-season, we got Vortex LTM, mid-season Codmas, that'll be an LTM closer to probably the holiday. And mid-season Infected, mid-season, that's kind of cool. I didn't hear about that one yesterday. And then Headquarters, that's coming back as well. Team Gunfight, mid-season. New vest, this will also come with the loadout. We got the Assassin vest, and this one, it will give you tactical and a lethal. A field upgrade gone, so you won't have that. And then you're only going to have gloves, boots, and a piece of gear. And with this one, it's basically the normal Ghost that Modern Warfare 2019 had, where you don't have to move and you will not pop up on the minimap. Versus right now, the one that you can equip, you have to be mobile. It says kills don't displays goals, which is another there, and then immune to UAV enemy radar effects, including while stationary. Duplicate effects do not count. If you equip with Ghost the gear, you gain the effect of hijacked if strobe gear, which I haven't really spent too much time using. New kill streaks. We get the Swarm, and then we also get an EMP. People use these in the playtest, so we'll be able to talk a little bit about that and kind of explain how those works. But the Swarm deploys a large number of mosquito drones to provide blanket coverage over the entire map, and then an EMP, electromagnetic pulse, to disrupt enemy kill streaks and equipment, basically knocking out your entire HUD and all that stuff. Ranked play mid-season, presented by Treyarch in partnership with Sledgehammer Games. Multiplayer ranked play launches mid-season and builds upon the foundation established in Modern Warfare 2, with new rewards to earn and updated MW3 maps, weapons, and loadout content. Ranked play is feature-packed, standalone, competitive multiplayer mode that leverages the Call of Duty League's approved rules, restrictions, maps, and modes. Track your standing with a visible skill rating. And so basically, if you played in MW2, you kind of have an idea how that works. They'll probably optimize some things, improve in areas. Modern Warfare Zombies overview, which I'm having a lot of fun with, even though I haven't posted a ton of content on Zombies. I'm enjoying it. We've got both of the mastery camos, Bioluminescent and Borealis, which was a grind, but a lot of fun. New story act. A massive gateway has appeared in the exclusion zone. Investigate the area and engage in a new end game content. So basically, you'll have to go. This will move every map because the exclusion zone is generally where the map expands, the little purple area. And sometimes that can be in zone 1, zone 2, rarely in zone 3, but it has been there. So you'll have to go in there, investigate, and figure stuff out. And best RNG is if it spawns in tier 1 so that you can pack to 3 and you'll be a little bit overpowered for some of the zombies. Enter Dark Ether Rifts, a new labyrinth-like experience challenging squads to complete a series of objectives in a given time. Find sigils to unlock the Dark Ether Rifts and then earn rewards and completion. So that sounds like you won't be obvious. You have to figure it out. So there's probably gonna be some Easter egg stuff in there. We had a new wonder weapon, warlords, and more. Wield the VR11 wonder weapon, discover new schematics, and prepare to infiltrate the fortress of the warlord Dokebi. So that'll be interesting. A new story act begins, so that'll be Act 4. Obviously, a lot of us spot the worm, but this one's fighting the worm inside the Dark Ether. So that should be fun. Hopefully it's more of a challenge. I think the first ones were like introductory. They didn't want to scare people away. They were a little bit easy, but hopefully we'll see how challenging this is. The Season 1 update brings additional challenges and rewards, including new prestige challenges to explore. These are like what we had in Cold War, and the other ones too, but you would get like from 55, you'd go to 105, and when you hit 105, you get a set of challenges. Then you go to 155 or whatever, and you get another set of challenges. Dark Ether Rifts bring rewards to those who brave their challenges. These otherworldly labyrinths are located inside the Dark Ether, where players and their squad have 30 minutes to complete a series of increasingly chaotic objectives to earn exceptional rewards. Find sigils to unlock the Dark Ether Rift and face a new level of challenge. Interesting. So you'll have like your 45 minutes plus the 15 minutes. Within that 15-minute window, you'll probably go through the portal, and then you're going to have 30 minutes. So it could be like an hour-and-a-half match. New wonder weapon, the VR11. This one just basically turns zombies into human. As you might expect, transformed humans join you in the fight, drawing the attention of nearby zombies, while transformed zombies will commence their ceaseless hunt for your enemy's flesh. So new schematics, new classified schematics, and then other things. So we're going to have the Rift Run, wonder weapon VR11, then the warlord. Those are like 3 different pieces of content. And then we get the dog bone, which is a schematic, which will be interesting. And then schematic for the golden armor plate. That's going to be interesting. And then schematic ether blade. Consume the dog bone to summon the strongest friendly hellhound. That's good for solos, which normally you need to get 3 meat and then take it to the center zone to activate. The pet hellhounds will follow you and attack in nearby allies until its health runs out. So don't let it die. This Season 1 item can help take off the heat when it's really needed. So that's great for solo. Golden armor plate. Consuming this new armor plate replaces the armor carrier with plates that automatically repair over time, in addition to providing the user additional damage resistance. This was something that was leaked, and a lot of people thought, dang, that would be broken in Warzone, but most people, I think, figured it would be in Zombies. Then we get the Ether Blade. The Ether Blade is a special throwing knife with infinite ammo and boomerang-like combat style. After striking an enemy, the ether blade locates the nearest enemy to hit before returning to its operator. That's kind of sick. The Warlord. Hoping to counter Operation Deadbolt's technology advantages in the exclusion zone, Jack Fletcher, the leader of the Terminus Outcomes, will deploy another of his lieutenants to the battle space in the coming weeks. South Korean-born Do Kbi, I hope I'm saying that right, but I'm probably butchering that, sorry, will bring with her an intimate understanding of electronic warfare and a fleet of self-programmed autonomous drones ready to wreak havoc on Operation Deadbolt operatives from the sky. I wonder if it'll be very similar to the campaign mission, if you guys played that at all, where it had all those drones that would just like spam send at you. So maybe that was kind of part of testing that. And then Warzone, right? It looks like they're trying to do everything Verdun style, because this looks like a Verdun style thumbnail, but we'll see. With Urzikstan, we already kind of know what it looks like. Welcome to Urzikstan. The next big map is coming to Call of Duty Warzone. Receive a topographical overview plus a host of new features and updates coming as part of Season 1 update. Carry forward Call of Duty Warzone maps. Players can continue deploying to Ashika Island and Vondel alongside the new Urzikstan map with the changes that are coming. Cloudmas event. Encounter the zombie Santa, go undead deer hunting, open the presents under the holiday trees, which is similar to what we had last year or 2 years ago with Caldera, and then all while engaging in new challenges, events with rewards and more. Just don't forget to bring snowballs. Big game bounty. So big game, welcome to Urzikstan. So there's all the maps. We're going to have 3 map variants of the Gulag. That doesn't mean they'll be different. That's just the variations where the layouts change. Modes at launch, we're going to have Battle Royale. Plunder will be there day 1. I think they want that to be a core part of the mode. There's a huge amount of number of people that play that mode, so I don't know why they keep taking it away. Not for everyone. It's great for testing some stuff, but in general, like, there are people who just love Plunder. And then Resurgence, core Resurgence, rotation Resurgence, so they'll swap out the maps and the new Urzikstan locations. Oh, Resurgence is going to use the ground war maps. That's kind of interesting. That could be kind of fun. I don't know, like, how people like that, but it is what it is. And then in season, they'll bring back Lockdown, which is I didn't like, but it seems like a lot of people did like. Limited time mode, Sleigh Ride Resurgence, Santa, so LTM, they'll have some stuff with that, which they already talked about. Quality of life, returning loot rarity, so that's cool. Dedicated armor slots, so that'll be good. And then attack map icons, they're going to be a little bit clearer. Backup pistol in the water, cool. Manual gas mask and contract activation laptops and more. So I want to know what the and more is, because that's not enough juicy stuff. Gameplay, horizontal zip lines, flybys, classic red dots, which should be good. That'll make suppressors more of meta, but we'll see if people actually stick to using those, because some suppressors are not nearly as good as some of the other ones in terms of the muzzle. And then big game bounties are back. New Gulag public events, there's some in there. We got Locked and Loaded, Go Again, Cash Drop, Night Vision, and that'll be in Season 1 Reloaded. Perks, we get Shrouded, Irradiated, Tempered, and then Combat Scout. So Tempered's kind of interesting because that is a vest already. And if you guys, I know a lot of people will probably ask this, like, how are the perks going to work? Basically, Warzone 2, if you load in right now, you go get a loadout, your perks, that's essentially how it works. But in addition to that, they're adding a ton of movement update, which will essentially take some of the gear benefits that we have currently in Modern Warfare 3 and just apply those to the operator. So you don't have to overthink it. The system stays as simple as we like it, and we've enjoyed it with all the perks that we are comfortable with. And then they add ADS while sliding, the tac stands, running while reloading, which is huge. That's like one of my favorite perks in the game currently. And then we got returning stim speed boost. And then there's the returning of the slide cancel, which we've been able to utilize. Then Battle Royale in season reloaded. We get the Champions Quest, the Covert Exfil, and then a weapons case. Those are kind of weird. This got leaked. Everyone thought, oh, DMZ is going to get updated. I don't see that happening, but we'll see how it goes. Consult the adjacent companion assets. So that's kind of how the map, boom. Urzikstan modes and launch. We got the Battle Royale, Resurgence, Plunder. We kind of just went through all that. Carry forward. They're going to carry over the new map. And a couple other things they didn't include in that part. Obviously, we got those. Experimental gas grenade. That'll be interesting. Dedicated ammo slots, which we knew about. Loot rarity, contract activation laptop. Players will now activate contracts by interacting with larger, more easily identifiable laptop. That means you're probably not going to do that animation where you run around with the phone. You'll just go... and that'll be good. Updated icons, classic minimap, and then improved loot spreading. Why wasn't that in the other screenshot? Players will now notice the loot distribution and spread when opening a supply box or eliminating an enemy has improved to minimize loot overlap. And I hope they go back to floating loot eventually, but it sounds like this is their first attempt at solving the problem. Quality of life carry forward. The new chapter of Warzone, all existing quality of life improvements are just carried forward. And I think they state that because of all the issues that happened when we went from Warzone 1 to Warzone 2.0 and literally nothing carried over. And it's like, damn, why are we starting from scratch like on a worse version of Warzone 1? What the hell happened? You know, it is what it is. New environment elements. We get the train, cool horizontal zips, which we've been able to use already if you've played a little bit of Zombies. New vehicle, the Coyote. So big game bounty contract. So we're familiar with that. Then the flyby public event. So a new public event arrives in Urdistan where there's a chance where multiple drones will fly in and drop additional buy stations. That's kind of a unique. We'll mix it up. Updated strongholds. In order to make each match unique, strongholds have now been moved to the public event system where there's a % chance of becoming accessible. Oh, that's actually pretty good. As a result of the change, players may also encounter couch drops during the infill. And may also find black site keys and ground loot, allowing you opportunity to open the black site in any match. That's good. So they've taken that extra step to remove the that part of it. So no perks currently in Warzone. The operator's choosing from either preset and the 4. Yes, that's normal. It's kind of what we talked about. The movement and rotation opportunities for the new map has a key design. So in this new chapter, Warzone players will also find themselves with several perks that are now simply just enabled by default. Tac pads, commando gloves, quick grip gloves, increase your weapon swap speed. That's just amped. Oh, thank you. Climbing boots, increase climbing and mantling speed. Overkill allows you to pick 2 primary weapons off the bat, so you won't even need to use a perk for that. Wow. You should also get ready for new perks. We got irradiated, move faster, and take less damage in the gas. That could be crazy powerful. Now available as a custom perk, tempered, which we've used. Combat Scout, bullets briefly ping. I think this is a nerfed, heavily nerfed version of the one we had before. Resolute, when taking damage from gunfire, this grants a short bonus to movement speed. So it won't actually allow you to take less damage, but you can maybe get a little bit, get out of there. Shrouded, drop a smoke grenade when you get down so that you can self-revive and they won't be able to see you as clearly. I wonder if it'll be very obvious in the window that it drops so that you're not visible. Mountaineer reduces fall damage, which could be kind of crazy. There's some jump opportunities where you don't have to pull your chute, that you would just land. Stalker, increase strafe and aim down sight speed movement. They've added that as a perk. Weird. Kind of a W. I wonder if it's going to be better than the Stalker version we have. Escapist, increase down, prone, and crouch speed. Huh. That's kind of weird. Just better mobility. Primed, accuracy and time to aim down sight is improved while jumping. All right. Facility, delayed trigger explosives. Damn. All right. These are additional perks allow an impressive variety of playstyles. Perk patches as a total of perks now reaches over 30 with 5 new perks plus 12 perks in the slots 1 and 2, 10 and 3, and then 7 in perk 4. New Gulag. We got to see a little bit of that. And then you can exit with the Ascender instead of capping the flag. Additional content in season. We'll have season 1 reloaded, available in early 2024. We'll bring a number of new features, including covert exfil, a new secondary exfil condition, as well as a weapon case similar to seen in MW2, but with brand new rewards. So that'll be kind of weird for Battle Royale. And then we get the Champions Quest where technically people can do it or you can steal it. Codmus, Krampus is back. Just kidding. Instead, get into the festive mood with Codmus. This holiday event brings kind of, I think it's going to be similar to like the holiday event without Krampus, right? Sleigh Ride Resurgence, limited time mode, should be fun. Deck the halls, Zombie Santa, sleigh ride, snowball fights. So we get 5 new weapons. Stalker. I expect this to be very good. This will be at launch in the Battle Pass. Just saying. The Ram 7, I'm glad they kept the name. This one, I think it'll behave differently than what we had in 2019, but I think it'll still be very good in multiplayer. I'm not sure how it's going to work. Maybe sniper support in Warzone. And then we got Stormmender. This one's kind of interesting. It's a state-of-the-art weapon, fires a localized EMP. So if you know someone's camping, you can pull this out. You can destroy tacticals and lethals temporarily. Disables the electronics. So Could be interesting. I don't know how that'll work though. HRM9. We got an SMG. This could be a lot of fun. 9mm submachine gun, fast fire range, close, you know, that type of stuff. And then we got the TAC Evolver, which is an LMG. Another TAC. We got multiple now, in addition to the new one we got. Keep in mind that all these new added weapons, if you're going for a specific ultimate camo like Interstellar, these are added to that. So if you didn't want to do the launcher, if you didn't want to do the 2 melee weapons, now you got an extra rifle, you got an extra SMG, you got an extra LMG, there's a sniper that you can actually utilize and get basically gold and, you know, forged and priceless and all that stuff. So that's kind of huge if you just didn't want to use those. And then there's an underbarrel attachment. This will be an aftermarket part available inside the battle pass. But there's a bunch of others: the jack purifier, the double barrel kit, compatible with the AMR-9, and then we got the Jack Thunder LMG, Sidewinder, and then the BRB. And so there's actually kind of a lot. They'll be progressive. We'll probably look at them to see which ones are viable once it gets close to it, because that's a lot. Essentially, these are all new weapons to a certain extent with this weapon mod kit, and I think some of these redacted, maybe even for MW2 gun. We will see. And then become elite with Black Cell, whatever. New operator, yeah. We know. Yep, cool. Battle pass. Buy, spend. Weekly challenges will also get updated, and then you'll still be able to do weeks 1 through 4, and then they're gonna add 5 through 8. Or no. This is different. So if you complete all the challenges, you're going to get the weekly here. And I think if you do multiplayer and zombies and battle royale, you'll be able to complete these super easy because you have the 7 set of challenges across the all modes. Ensure you complete all your weekly preseason as a brand new set. So make sure you do the ones right now if you want that camo that's in there. If you want the new weapon for basically just doing the challenges, you should be good. Prestige challenges, as we go through, like I said, you're going to get a new set for every prestige. This is kind of what we've already had for a while. Future DMZ update. We would like to thank the entire community for the support and continued feedback on DMZ Beta, Infinity Ward, and all the development teams who contributed to the creation of DMZ. Are incredibly proud and delighted to see the enthusiasm and participation that you've shown since its release, and to so many players pouring into MWIII Zombies mode in MW3, which has many DMZ inspired gameplay aspects within it. Begin with next week's launch of Season 1. DMZ players can continue the mode via Call of Duty Warzone section of COD HQ. It's just moving. The DMZ beta will remain fully playable across all current DMZ content, including Al Mazrah. So you're not even getting the new map. Ashika, Koshai Complex, Building 21, Vondel, as well as all DMZ missions. The mode will not be available or interact directly with Modern Warfare 3 or Call of Duty Warzone, which means that progression and any new Modern Warfare 3 or Warzone content, including Battle Pass, store bundles, will not sync or carry back into DMZ mode. Also, DMZ progress will not apply to the new Battle Pass. RIP. We recognize that not having cross progression with Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone may be frustrating for some players, but we felt now was the time to take all the learnings from the beta we could apply towards future development efforts as we evolve the style of play. We also know that many players still enjoy the mode and want to ensure that everyone can keep playing, which is why we are keeping a variety of content available. Going forward, development teams will continue to evolve these dynamic open world experiences in future. We look forward to sharing updates. That ain't happening. In my opinion, that ain't happening. That mode is dead. Either, you know, if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. That's all I'll say. CDL packs. Ooh. They made them a little bit bulkier this time. Interesting. Upgrade of MW3. No. So I guess we'll close out on their discussion of SBMM. So Modern Warzone ended up tweeting this. This is an official statement from Call of Duty team regarding SBMM and COD. When we met with them yesterday, they essentially said the same statement. I'm looking forward to actually what they're going to say about this, because we know that SBMM has been cranked since Modern Warfare 2019. Everything above that, everything before that was never really like cranked like this. Maybe 1 or 2 CODs. There was a little bit, but right now it's insane. You go in, everyone is shooting straight. You look at your kill. If you look at your kill cam, there's 3 people who shot you every time. That's how sweaty that thing is. Sometimes I've had it where 4 or 5 people, which is kind of nuts. So it says, we know there's a lot of interest in matchmaking experience, especially around how skill contributes to how lobbies and matches are put together. Nothing is more important to us than the experience players have with the game, and matchmaking is a big part of that. We've been working on our matchmaking system for well over 10 years, and we continue to spend a ton of time and energy on improving the matchmaking process to make more money. This involves people working at our Call of Duty studios, our backend services teams at Demonware, and other groups like our Player Insight team. It's a large effort that we've worked on for many years, and our approach combines latency, search time, and skill, along with many other factors. I bet you skill is the number one, along with like wins and all that stuff. Because my search times are often long, my latency is often worse than it should be. It's been a little bit better in this game sometimes, but in general, it's like, why do I have 70 ping? There's no way. I should have 12. I live near the server. Along with many other factors, trying to find the best matchmaking experiences, talking about this topic in detail can be hard, and we haven't spent the time to pull together all of the work to share with you our insights and improvements over the many years. We're looking forward to doing that in the coming weeks after Season 1 launches, and we will also make it part of our ongoing discussion with the community. I don't know how truthful that is, that they'll actually keep doing that, they'll actually give us insight, or they'll actually make changes, but finally, it's talked about. They never talk about it. So it's there. Let me know your guys' thoughts, comment section. See you in the next one. Thank you for watching as always. Have a great day.